So friends, today, Sunday, I spoke at the Principles First Summit in Washington, D.C. And while I was there was a bomb threat. And there was an email that was sent explaining what motivated the bomb threat. The email said, among other things, that some of the speakers at the conference, including myself, quote, deserve to die. Well, guess what, friends? The people who are fighting for the rule of law, for the Constitution, for a healthy American democracy, will not be intimidated. Because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, this is not the video I thought I would be making today. I was invited to speak at the 2025 Principles First Summit in Washington, D.C. What is Principles First? Well, it's an organization made up of conservatives, Republicans, former Republicans, people who now identify as unaffiliated to any political party, even though they are conservative, because they feel like the Republican Party has left them behind. Many of them feel like the Republican Party is dead. And this is an organization that, as its name suggests, believe we have to put principles first regardless of party or ideology. And so when they invited me to come speak to this conservative organization, I jumped at the chance. You may remember not too long ago I posted a video and a written piece on Substack explaining why I left MSNBC. It was because I felt like I was preaching to the converted and I wanted to begin to speak with more conservative audiences, go on conservative media outlets if they would have me, to talk about the importance of the rule of law to a healthy democracy, not from a place of politics or ideology. So I happily accepted the invitation to speak at today's Principles First Summit. And while I was there, a bomb threat came in, and there was an email that was sent explaining what the bomb threat was all about. Let's start with the new reporting. This from The Independent. Anti-Trump summit in D.C. evacuates after receiving credible bomb threat. And that article reads in part, a gathering of anti-Trump conservatives in Washington, D.C. was evacuated on Sunday after receiving what officials with the organization called a credible bomb threat. Quote, hotel security, private security, and MPD, the Metropolitan Police Department, have made the decision to evacuate Summit floor so that the area can be secured. We intend to reconvene and continue with the summit once the area has been secured, read the statement from the summit's organizers on Sunday afternoon. And we first learned about the email that was sent explaining the motivation behind the bomb threat when Jim Acosta posted it. Here's what Jim posted. Here is the bomb threat at the Principles First Summit in D.C. I'm told by a source familiar with the situation that this is the threat below. See email attached. It mentions Michael Fanone and his mother, as well as other attendees at the conference. And here's the email that Jim references. To honor the J6 hostages recently released by Emperor Trump, I've constructed 4 pipe bombs out of 1x8-inch threaded galvanized pipes, end caps, kitchen timers, some wires, metal clips, and a homemade black powder. I recently placed one inside of a room I rented at the JW Marriott at 1331 Pennsylvania Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C., which is where the summit was being held. It is rigged to explode as soon as the door next opens. I also shoved another pipe bomb down the toilet in the bathroom nearby where the Principles First Summit is being held. Mark Cuban, Chris Christie, John Bolton, George Conway, J. Michael Ludwig, Adam Kinzinger, Michael Steele, Jeff Duncan, Bill Crystal, Frank Figluzzi, Glenn Kirshner, Stephen Riker, Norm Eisen, and especially Mike Fanone, all deserve to die. In that spirit, the third device has been placed inside Michael Fanone's mother's mailbox, which is rigged to explode when the mailbox opens. Currently, I am nearby John Bolton's home. By the time you've read this email, the final device will have been deposited inside of his mailbox and rigged to explode in the same way. To my family, I simply did what needed to be done. MAGA. So friends, I just want to say two things about today's events. First of all, this kind of a bomb threat would typically be investigated jointly by the FBI and the ATF, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Who's the head of the FBI? Kash Patel. Who's the head of the ATF? Well, Donald Trump just said he wants Kash Patel to head up the ATF as well. Well, friends, let me tell you, given that I am one of the named targets of this, email alleging that there were bombs placed at today's conference, I will be keeping up on the nature and the progress, the existence of a federal investigation into today's events. And the second thing I want to say, friends, is not only will this not deter us from fighting for the rule of law, fighting for accountability, fighting for justice, it will energize us. It will motivate us. It will inspire us to keep going. We will never stop. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.